Hey, what's up everybody? Nick here and welcome back to Resident Evil 4. This is my professional difficulty walkthrough and we are moving on to Chapter 4 Part 2. So in the last video, we started Chapter 4, which is, in my opinion, probably the hardest chapter in the game. So if you can get through this, then I think you'll be able to get through the rest of the game without a problem, or maybe not without a problem, but with less stress than you've had up to this point so far, and with less stress than you're going to have completing Chapter 4. So yeah, in the last video we took down Salazar's right hand. That was a pretty big boss fight. In this video, there's no bosses, there's nothing insanely difficult, but at the end of the video there is going to be a part which is the giant insect room. And I guess that could be taken two ways, both of which would be correct. One is, the room is giant, and it has insects in it. The other is that you're in a room, and the insects are giant relative to typical insects. So, little play on words, I guess. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. That room's pretty tough, but I'm going to show you the best way to get through it. And then, this part right here, so this part of the game is basically split up into three areas. First, we come to this big open mine shaft right here, and this is pretty simple actually. This is just your standard kind of firefight. There is going to be a chainsaw enemy at the end of it, but this one turns out to be really easy, and especially in the beginning here, you're helped by the fact that we are on an elevated platform, and you see this ladder here, and that ladder is the only way to get up here, and that's always a good thing in these games, because that means you can just stand at the top of the ladder and like knife the enemies on their way up if you really want to save ammo and be as safe as possible. But so you're gonna come to this giant room here. Just stay up here until you take out every enemy. Once you jump down, a couple more enemies will spawn, and then you got to do some stuff and things, and the chainsaw guy's gonna spawn. You kill him, you kill a few more guys, and then we're done. So this part is actually really easy. So this is the part where I'm gonna kind of give you an update on my channel for those that are watching, so that you know what I've been thinking and what I've been up to. And then the second part of this video, we come to this giant room where we have to fight two El Gigante monsters, but if you do it the right way, you only have to fight one. And then finally, at the end, like I said, we have the terrible insect room. But anyway, guys, so first off, I got to do a slight apology. I doubt any of you care or notice or anything like that, but if you have been paying attention, this playlist, this entire walkthrough is going to be 19 videos, one for each level of the game. The first, like, how many was it? The first 3, 6, 10. So the first 10 were uploaded one a day, every day, starting on December 1st. And I don't know if you noticed this, but they were always released at 8:30 on the dot, Arizona time. And that's because I started this walkthrough at the beginning of finals week, so I really needed to do something to prep ahead, because I wasn't going to be able to actually work on these videos during finals week. So believe it or not, what I did was I recorded the game, and I recorded all of my voiceovers in the span of like a couple of days before finals week, and then I just mass uploaded all the videos, but I set them to a scheduled release date so that they would release one a day at 8:30 in the morning. Anyway, point being, finals are now over, and you would think that once finals end, I would be even more consistent with my videos, or at least the same amount of consistent that I have been. But believe it or not, I've actually been a little worse, because so far I've been on winter break for 2 days now, and I have not wanted to do any commentary or anything. I've just kind of wanted to sit back and for once like relax and not have any worries on my mind. I still plan on getting these videos uploaded one a day, and so if everything goes according to plan, this game will be finished on December 19th, because I started it on the 1st, and there's, as I said, 19 levels. But, yeah, so the last 2 days, this video and the last one, I did not release at 8:30 in the morning. I'm actually recording this voiceover at 8:30 in the morning, and I'll release it later in the day around 10:30 or 12 or something. So for those of you who, if you've been watching on a strict schedule, then I do apologize because that's completely on me, but I just kind of needed at least a couple of days to wind down and not have any worries about school or YouTube or anything. So you see here, after you go and pull that second lever, the chainsaw guy is going to spawn at the end of the room. Take him out for the time being. He'll stay where he is because he doesn't yet know where you are. So you can kind of use that opportunity to pick him off from a distance with the rifle. But you do have to be careful because a bunch of guys are going to come from where we initially came from. Best way to take care of them is just throw a grenade at them all when they're at the base of this ladder, and if you time it well enough, you should be able to kill all of them with one nice neat explosion. If you don't, then just pick off any stragglers with your pistol, and then you can kind of advance, and now the chainsaw guy is really the only guy you have to worry about. So pull out your rifle, pull out your magnum, pull out your shotgun, whatever powerful weapon you want to use. And then just finish taking this guy out. And for extra safety, you can even climb the top of this ladder again, because now you don't have to worry about any enemies coming up from behind you, and now you can just shoot this guy. And if you happen to miss, he has to come up the ladder, and so that's when you can just blast him off the ladder with a shotgun if you need to. But you can see there, if you line it up right like I did, you can even shoot him down the mine shaft and save a lot of ammo. So I thought that was pretty cool. He actually completely fell down there. So if you're able to position that correctly, do that, but otherwise just finish him off like normal, and then you can finally get your hands on the dynamite and you can go into the next room. So yeah, I do kind of have an update on some of the stuff I've been doing with my channel. So a couple days ago I released a video called sorry, I got something in my throat. I released a video called Channel Update, and I basically presented some ideas towards my channel because for the time being, I think I'm going to be stopping my commentary on walkthroughs. And the reason I didn't want to do that was because if I did that, it would take away all personality from my channel. But to counter that, I thought of a couple ideas, and actually a certain person whose name I can't specifically remember right now, but I want to say it's Andreas. He commented on my video with a fantastic idea, and it is the idea that I'm like 95% sure I'm going to run with. And basically what the idea was, so picture this game right here. Imagine that I had never started uploading Resident Evil 4. What I would do is I would upload the entire game on professional difficulty, level by level, same as you're seeing right now. The only difference is there would be absolutely no commentary at all. It would be strictly the game. And that way, the majority of people who watch my walkthroughs, it's like my Gears of War 4 walkthrough, the majority of people who watch those videos, they just skipped ahead to the part they needed help on. They got the help, and then they left. And that's completely understandable. I definitely am fine with that. But then you gotta look at like the whole hour and a half I spent doing commentary that no one even listened to. Real quick, so right off the bat, what you're gonna wanna do is, sorry, I'm gonna kinda intervene with the gameplay here. So what you have to do is lure these El Gigantes over to this end of the room. Run over here to this lever, and then activate the lever, and as soon as this guy walks on this platform, pull it, and he'll fall into the lava. And now you just got to run around dodging the second El Gigante. There is one thing you have to worry about for the next minute, keep your distance from that center hoop of lava, because the El Gigante can actually reach up and grab you and pull you down and kill you. So just keep your distance from that until it closes, and then eventually after like a minute it will close, and then unfortunately the game doesn't let you do the same thing twice, so you can't do the same trick on the second El Gigante. Trust me, I tried. I even tried to get them both to fall into the lava on that initial pull, and it still wouldn't work. So this guy you gotta just kind of fight like normal. So just run around, keep shooting him with your most powerful weapons. You'll have to knife the parasite in his back 3 or 4 times, but the best, easiest way to do this is just to keep climbing up this ladder, wait for him to shake it, and then slide across to the other end of the room, turn around and just start unloading on him, and then once he gets close, just run around him back to the ladder, rinse and repeat. It's actually a pretty bland and boring boss fight, so just keep doing that until you finish him off. But anyway, so back to the point I was making. So basically, the new direction I'm thinking about taking my channel is, imagine if I uploaded this entire game, the entire game, start to finish, all cutscenes included, with absolutely no commentary. Then, what I would do is I would personally pick out what I thought to be the hardest parts in the game. So, the Saddler boss fight, the Salazar boss fight, the right-hand boss fight, the village defense section, the cabin defense section. Pick out the most difficult sections of the game. Then, basically copy those videos and just trim it down to just those really hard sections, and then do my commentary for those and upload those as like little snippets of the game. So basically what you'd be looking at is you would have a video for, so okay, put it this way, the cabin defense section, better yet, the right-hand Salazar boss fight. That was last video. That was a 41-minute video, but the Salazar right-hand boss fight took 10 minutes. So what you would basically see on my channel is you would see a video for Chapter 4, Part 1, which was the last video, and that would be 41 minutes long, and it would be the whole level with no commentary. Then, after that video, you would see another video, which is a 10-minute video, which is simply called Salazar's right-hand boss fight on professional difficulty, and that's only a 10-minute video where I do commentary. So the boss fight is in both videos, but only one of the videos is only the boss fight, and that's the video that has my commentary. And I just thought that was a fantastic idea because I'm able to upload more content, which means I'm hopefully able to reach a lot more viewers, and I'm still able to keep some personality in my channel with that commentary, and I'm also able to save a lot of time and energy spent on doing commentary for the whole levels, which the majority of people won't watch anyway. And like I said in the update video, if YouTube was my career, if I was doing this for a paycheck, then I would probably have, I would have no problem doing commentary for the whole videos like I've been doing. But because I'm a full-time student, it's just really hard to spend that much time on commentary because a lot of my time has to go towards studying and homework, and then, you know, I kind of just need some free time away from both of these things to just relax. So who knows, maybe one day in the future, if I'm doing YouTube as a career, I'll jump back to doing commentary for the full videos, but until then, I think I'm going to stick to that method that Andreas recommended. So thank you, Andreas. That's a fantastic idea you gave me, and that's the one I'm probably going to run with. And actually, right now, I'm about halfway done recording my gameplay for Uncharted 2 on brutal difficulty, and that's going to be the first game that I implement this new strategy. So I'm going to be uploading the whole game on brutal, start to finish, all cutscenes, no commentary, and then I'm going to go back and pick out the hardest parts and then do commentary for those small sections and publish those as separate videos. So let me know what you think of that in the comments below. I think it's a really good idea. And another thing I've been looking to do is Let's Plays, retro game Let's Plays. Alright guys, so you're going to come to this room here, and this is the room I was talking about at the beginning of the video. This is the giant insect room. Easily the most frustrating part of this chapter, in my opinion. But so what you're going to want to do is, if you shoot the insects out of the air, they'll actually die in only one hit, whereas if they're able to land on the ground, it's going to take a lot more ammo to kill them. So pull out what I recommend, either your pistol or your TMP, and just start trying as hard as you can to shoot these guys right out of the air. There's going to be a few in this initial section here, and then you'll once in a while you'll stop hearing their like buzzing, and then so you can kind of proceed until the next little set of them comes at you, and they are kind of designed to come at you in specific locations. So then what you're going to want to do is run up this path here, turn around, and duck a left into this tunnel. Once you get into this tunnel, again, turn around at the mouth of this tunnel, and now you're probably going to want to pull out a stronger gun, but you don't have to, and what's going to happen is these insects are all going to kind of converge on your location. and you're going to want to try as hard as you can to shoot them right out of the air so that it only takes you 1 or 2 hits to down them. Try your hardest not to let any of them land on the ground, because then they're just going to absorb all of your ammo. You're going to waste it all. You're probably going to take a lot more health hits if that happens. So this is the part where you really have to be careful and try to conserve as much ammo as possible. And see, you can hear them off in the distance, like buzzing and whatnot, but they're just not coming to this location. So if you have to, you can kind of run out and shoot at one of them so that they know where you are. But if you just wait long enough, eventually they'll start coming at you. And it's definitely better to wait for them to do this, because if you were to be a little impatient like I was at first, your instinct would be to just go push the switch. But the problem is, when you push that switch, even more of them will come at you, and so now you're looking at like 2 waves instead of 1 wave simultaneously. But after you wait long enough, and if any of them come, and if you feel comfortable, press the switch, and now turn around as quickly as possible and aim your gun at the mouth of this tunnel and just start shooting as much as you can. The TMP is good here because it shoots really fast, but the shotgun is also going to be a good bet because it's good at taking them down fast if they're able to land on the ground, but also because the mouth of this tunnel is very narrow, you can shoot maybe a lot of them out of the sky with only 1 bullet. So the shotgun's the gun of my choice here that I'm going to recommend for this part of the game. But basically, you're just going to make your way out of this tunnel very slowly. You can see here, now they're starting to really fly at me, and I'm just using my shotgun to shoot them right out of the sky with only 1 bullet spent. So stay here. And again, you're just going to kind of want to be patient, wait for them to fly towards you, and converge at the mouth of this tunnel. And any that come at you, just shoot them right out of the sky as quickly as you can and save yourself a lot of effort. And then basically what's going to happen is you're just going to keep doing this in the same locations that I do it. On my regular playthrough of the game, I actually just ran through this entire section, and I took a lot of hits, but I was able to do it. I was able to just run through the section without killing a single insect. I tried that same approach on Professional, and it does not work. I'm pretty convinced that it is impossible to do that on Veteran difficulty because they're just too fast. There's too many of them. It's just really tough to do. I tried numerous times. I couldn't get it to work, so then I thought, you know what? I'm just going to show them. This is one of those times where you just got to kind of bear down and use the ammo and be as patient and go as slowly as you can until you're able to take every last insect out of the sky. And you can see here, like, one of the reasons I'm being so timid is because I probably spent like half an hour on this section just trying to run through it, and I was getting really frustrated with the insects, and I was kind of like cursing them and cursing the developers for putting them in there. It was not a very good time. But anyway, so again, once you kind of clear the area, you'll stop hearing the humming, and I don't know why I stuck around so long on the inventory screen here. I think I had to fix something on the computer while I was recording or something, but sorry about that. Should have probably edited that out, but I think it's going to end in like 2 seconds anyway. Yeah, sorry about that. But anyway, so now you're going to make your way across this bridge here, and when you get to the mouth of this second tunnel, some more insects are going to come from within it. So TMP or shotgun, try as hard as you can to shoot them out of the sky. 1 or 2 of them might be able to land, and you can see right there, like, I was just getting so frustrated because it seemed like every time I used a new piece of health that one of them got to me. And you can see right there, I was button mashing so hard to get rid of that insect that I accidentally went back to the home screen because I was so stressed out. I was like, please don't, like, this guy, he's hit me like 3 times. And I was getting so mad at the game at this point, especially because this room doesn't give you any checkpoints, so you basically have to get through this room in one go, otherwise it's back to start. And as you can see, because the main approach to this part is being patient and timid, that means that you have to do this whole section over again, and it just takes kind of a long time. But anyway, so now we're going to come to a pretty near identical tunnel from the first one, and we're going to do the same approach. So we're going to pull this second switch, and now that will activate both of these like light beacons here, and then the lights will converge on this mirror, get reflected, and then open up our new pathway, which we actually passed earlier. We just couldn't get through it. So you see there, it burns a hole in that door, and that's where we got to get to. Now again, your instinct might be to just full-on sprint towards that, but I'm telling you, you might just want to rethink that and be as patient as possible, because you can see how many insects are coming through this door here, and you can see how fast they are and how good they are at just grabbing you when you least expect it. But you see right there how I shot all of them out of the air, and they all just fell to their death. Once you take care of that initial wave, then you can kind of maybe sprint towards the finish. If you want to be extra careful, then just keep shooting these insects until you no longer hear any of them around. But like I said, once you kind of clear this section out, it's just a straight sprint towards this door right here. So you can run across the bridge, and you can see how I'm actually running past like 2 or 3 insects. You're gonna open this gate here, and then you're just gonna run through. The insects will not be able to follow you, and now you just have to dodge some of these obstacles. So go under this first one, and then go under the second one, and then you just have to pull a lever and you're home free. So watch what I do here, and I'll take this opportunity to say thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe if you get the chance. Let me know what you think of the changes coming to my channel in the comments below. Sorry if earlier in this video I was making some gross noises. I had like a really stuffy nose, and I was trying to hold it back for as long as possible, but then I just had to stop recording and fix that before I started again. So apologies for that, but once again guys, proceed on through here. You'll reach the end of the video, and we'll be moving on to Chapter 4, Part 3. Alright, thanks for watching.